My mother and I held each other as we buried my dad. The venue was filled with our relatives, all heartbroken and grieving. My cousin walked up behind us and put both hands on our shoulders. We pulled him in and hugged before dispersing and driving home. My mom put her purse on the counter as we stood around the kitchen in silence. The intensity of the day settling, the understanding of how life was going to be without him, and the exhaustion taking over. We went upstairs and relaxed in her room for a while, the hallways still stacked with boxes of Dad's old stuff. My mom fell asleep, dozing off as a game show rerun played on her TV. I pulled a box from the hallway into her bedroom and started rummaging through old pictures. My parents were old school. They had tons of albums and thousands of loose pictures stored in cardboard boxes. Plumes of dust billowed out as I shifted each stack. I moved my head back and started coughing when I saw something that caught my eye. Down in the box, lying on top of the stack, was a picture of me as a child and a little girl that looked familiar, but I couldn't place a name. Perplexed, I picked up the print and brushed off the dust. We were in our church outfits, but the picture was taken in front of our home. Might be an old neighbor, I thought. My mom let out a groan, her eyes opening as she woke back up. She looked at my face and smiled. I grabbed the picture and asked who the girl was. Her facial features immediately changed. The warm smile she'd previously had twisted into a flat, expressionless glare. She got out of bed and took the picture away from me, her eyes tearing as she held it. I didn't know he kept all of this stuff. This was your sister. Mom explained that she had died when I was very young. I asked her why she'd never told me about her, but she avoided the question. She was so beautiful, my mother said, still gazing at the image. I paused for a moment, still processing the sudden discovery. How did she die? My mom got annoyed and cited that she didn't want to get into the details. It had been a hard enough week, and she'd tell me more about it some other time. My mom asked me if I'd like something to eat as she left the room and went to the kitchen. I continue looking through the boxes and happen upon some old newspaper clippings. The first few were all just about sports teams my dad used to follow, but then I read the headline on the next page. A grim realization swept over me, and I recalled the event in perfect detail, as if by the snap of a finger. The title read, "Child pushes sister into traffic. Court to dismiss all charges."